Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another week of online Sunday school. We are talking some more about some Jesus stories this week from the book of Matthew. I have our Celebrate Wonder Bible storybook here, and I'm going to read to us from this week's Bible story, okay? This week's Bible story is called Showing Love, and it's from the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verses 43 through 48. And before I read, I'll show you the pictures. So there's a lot of people gathered, and it looks like they're listening to Jesus. So let's see what Jesus has to say. Jesus was teaching a large crowd on the mountainside. He said, "You might have heard that we should be nice to people who are nice to us and mean to people who are mean to us. But that's not what I want you to do. I want you to be loving and kind to all people, even people who are mean to you. God loves everyone, so we also must show love to everyone." Have you heard that before? I feel like that's something we've talked a lot about in Sunday school, haven't we? How we need to love everybody because God loves everybody. And turns out that's what Jesus told us to do. So it seems like something we should do, right? Yeah, Jesus told us to do it. And that's how Jesus lived his life too. Jesus loved everybody. There is a fun activity in this. Normally we have a wonder question, but this week it says, find the 7 hearts hidden in this picture. We're not going to do that right now, but I'm going to post a picture of these 2 pages, and you can look for the 7 hearts on the picture. I think I post it tomorrow. Okay, so be on the lookout for that so you can find the secret hearts hidden in the picture. So today is all about love and remembering that we need to show love to everybody and remembering that God loves everybody, including us. So our craft for today is all about love. You will need a piece of paper. I have pink construction paper. You can use whatever color or type of paper you want. Scissors and a marker or Sharpie, something to trace or draw with. You could use a pencil if you wanted, just something to trace your hand. What we're gonna do is do a little I love you craft, and actually I'm going to teach y'all some sign language first to intro our craft because it's gonna tie into what we are doing. So the sign language for I love you the long way is I. This is the letter I in sign language. Hold up your little pinky. And then love is cross your arms over your chest, like you're giving yourself a hug, love. And then you is you point at the other person. But there's another way to do it. If you hold up your fingers like this, then it's like I, and then the L for love, and then the U. That's kind of what it looks like. It's like a short way to say I love you. You can remember like I love you. It has 3 little points to it, like 3 words. So that's what we're going to draw for our craft, and I'm going to show you how, okay? Okay, so get your piece of paper and lay it down somewhere flat, and then make the I love you shape with your hands. Lay your hand down on your piece of paper. Make it as straight as you can, and you might need a helper for this part, okay? Next, you're going to trace your hand with your Sharpie or marker or pencil, whatever you have, okay? And I can't trace my hand and hold my phone at the same time, so I'm gonna trace it, and then I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so I traced my hand, and I made sure to include the lines over my knuckles so that you can tell where my other fingers are. And right now it looks a little strange, doesn't it? But I think what we should do is draw in our fingers so that it's like if you were looking at it this way with your other hand That's how another person would see it if you were holding it up at them. So let's draw in the rounded parts of our fingers right there. And I think that might make it look better. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can do this and record. So draw. It may not look exactly like your actual fingers, but that's okay. Just draw something that looks a little like your fingers, just a little rounded part. Made mine a little too skinny there. Perfect. And then right here, I'm just gonna draw some fingernails to show that it looks, that it's fingers. See? And that looks like a little I love you sign. Okay, so we've drawn our I love you sign, and the next part is to cut it out. I guess if you wanted, you could just leave it like this piece of paper and write I love you, or the Bible verse for today, or showing love on your paper if you didn't want to cut your hand out. And that's definitely an option. That'll be a good idea. But I think I'm going to cut my hand out, and then I can put it somewhere to remind myself that God loves me and I am supposed to love all people, even people who I disagree with or who aren't very nice to me. I still am supposed to love them. So I'm gonna finish cutting my hand out, and then I'll show you the final product, okay? Are you finished cutting your hand out? Or if you chose not to cut your hand out, writing on the leftover piece of paper, whatever you want to write. I'm finished with mine. You ready to see it? Ta-da! Looks like, whoa, what am I doing? Looks just like that, doesn't it? I love you. I am going to put this somewhere, maybe on my fridge or my bathroom mirror, or it's kind of big to be a bookmark, but it could be some sort of bookmark or something like that. I'll think of something good to use for it. To remind myself how much God loves me and how much I'm supposed to love others because Jesus told me to, right? So, one more thing about showing love to others and remembering Jesus told us to love other people. We definitely need to love other people and treat others well, but that doesn't mean that we need to put up with people who treat us badly. We need to remember that if someone is bullying us or being really mean to us, it's okay to tell an adult. If someone is treating us badly, we also need to stand up for ourselves, just like we would stand up for anybody else if someone else was being treated badly. You would want to tell someone, tell an adult if someone else was being treated badly, and you want to tell an adult if you are being treated badly too. So just because we're called to love everybody doesn't mean that we let other people be mean to us or treat us badly, because we also need to love ourselves. And so we need to remember, always tell an adult if anyone, including ourselves, is being treated badly. And that doesn't mean that we don't love everybody. It just means that we also love ourselves, right? Okay, before we go today, let's remember our sign language one more time. And then after Sunday school is over, you can go find someone who lives with you and show them the sign language that you learned this morning. So what was the sign for I? Do you remember? It was the pinky finger, I. And then what was love? Just the big love, the big sign for love was cross your arms like this and give yourself a hug. Love. And then you is pointing at you. I love you. And you can also do the short version, which is like our craft we made, which is the hand, right? You can do that. I love you. So find someone after Sunday school and show them all the sign language you learned. And then you can also show them this craft you made, and you can put it up somewhere special to remind you to love everybody and love yourself. I love you all. I love you guys so much. And I'm glad you joined me for Sunday school today. And I'll see you again next week for another great lesson from Jesus himself. Doesn't get any better than this, guys. I'll see you next week. Bye.